morning. It's Thursday, the 2nd of April 2026, and my walk today takes me around another part of the South Pennines in which I've never explored before, but I'm also particularly excited about exploring this particular area. This is the Piethorne Valley. Piethorne, gateway to the South Pennines. The Piethorne Valley is a working landscape, providing drinking water and is actively farmed. It is characterised by its three principal reservoirs, surrounding moors, enclosed farmland and isolated woodland areas. A network of footpaths and bridleways provides opportunities for peaceful recreation in a historic landscape. We hope you enjoy your visit. I'm sure I will. This is Ogden Reservoir, and it's the first of many reservoirs I'll be seeing on today's walk, I think. Beautiful. And even better, it's a beautiful sunny morning. Oh, here's another narrow one. Oh, up my neck. That wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all. Okay. Right, my first kissing gate of the day. Oh, this one's easy. Yep, even a fat git like me can get through it. I'll tell you what, if the weather stays like this for the rest of the day, I should be very happy. It's gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
I climbed a stile at the top left-hand side of the clough, rising through woodland up a stepped path, soon entering open access land.
Looks like this is an old sinkhole. Gotta be careful as I walk around it myself. A lovely old track now then. Okay, so I just follow this track for a while now. In front of me, where that small copse of trees is, that's Dick Hill. This is Tuns Hill Lane, an old packhorse route across the South Pennines. One of many in this area, I expect. Lovely. So today's walk all falls within the borough of Rochdale in Greater Manchester. My previous two walks in the South Pennines this week, they were both in the borough of Oldham. So today's walk is in Rochdale, although I think later on I do cross back briefly into Oldham, but for the most part today's walk falls within Rochdale. So, lovely. And just in the distance there, I can see a stretch of motorway, more or less where those pylons are. That's the M62, which is the highest motorway in the UK. It's the highest basically because it crosses over the Pennines from west to east. I'm not going over towards the M62 today though. I'm carrying on up there, so I'm going in a totally different direction today. Just got talking to a group of young walkers back there. Some kids that are off on their holidays at the moment over the Easter. I've got talking to one of them. He was interested in what I was doing. His name's Theo, so it was nice to meet you, Theo. I think he said they come from, is it Failsworth? Not quite sure where that is, but I'm sure I've heard of the name somewhere. But yeah, so I think they're doing more or less the same route as I am, but they're quite a big group and they're just waiting for others to catch up. So I'm going to see if I can get a bit ahead of them now. My first view of the day of Piethorne Reservoir. Fantastic. So here I've got a really good panoramic view of the Piethorne Valley now. Absolutely beautiful. And in the distance, I can see the skyscrapers in the centre of Manchester. There's a transmitter there. I think that's Windy Hill. So just beyond that transmitter, on Windy Hill, can't see it from here, but the M62, as it crosses the Pennines, that is the highest point on Windy Hill. Okay. And down there, I've got another reservoir. That's Norman Hill Reservoir. So I think I'm sort of dropping down quite steeply into the valley now, and then I'm going to be heading up the other side towards those buildings on the skyline. A block of stone there. That looks like it was probably a gate. Probably a gate attached to this at some point. Yeah. Okay, there's another one down here. Yes, I'm guessing long ago there was a gate there and possibly a gate here too. Yeah. Ah, wonderful.
I continued along the track as it slowly descended towards Piethorne. The track passed the edge of Old House Ground Woods before reaching the head of Piethorne Reservoir.
And I'm right beside Piethorne Reservoir now. Fantastic. I think later on in the walk, I'll be over on that side of it somewhere.
Passing an old valve house, I began a long, steady climb up the track, which rewarded me with more wonderful views.
Fantastic. Superb views on today's walk. It's even better when you've got the sun shining. It's beautiful. Well, thankfully, I've reached the top of my climb now. It's levelling out, and I'm just approaching a main road. But the views are just fantastic again, aren't they? Yeah, so great views down across the Piethorne Valley, and in the background I can see some skyscrapers again, so that'll be the centre of Rochdale. Okay, let's head to the road now then.
Emerging onto the A672 Ripon Road, I found myself beside a remarkable pub.
So I've reached the main road, and I'm now standing beside the Ram's Head Inn pub. Oh, lovely pubs in a very remote location. Yeah, it's only just gone midday, so it's a little bit early for me to go inside really, but it's not far from where I'm staying in my Premier Inn outside Rochdale, so I might come back this evening and have a drink. It'd be a shame not to. But yeah, what a lovely place and a lovely location.
Following the road downhill for 500 yards, I turned sharp right onto a rough lane at a footpath sign.
Oh, it's an old gate. Okay, I'm starting to double back now as I walk down the other side of the Piethorne Valley. Very old styles on this part of the route today.
I was following a stretch of the Oldham Way, which eventually came out onto the A640 Huddersfield Road. Turning right, I forked right again up a rough track. Going right again at Edgegates Farm, I followed the track above Rooden Reservoir.
So this is Rooden Reservoir, or Rooden Reservoir, I'm not sure how you pronounce it. So yeah, you can see where I was earlier on the skyline there. You can see the Ram's Head Inn.
At a low stone waymark post, I forked left onto a narrow level path, from where I was rewarded with even more wonderful views.
I think it goes without saying that this has to be probably the most spectacular part of today's walk. Absolutely fantastic. What a wonderful panorama right across the Piethorne Valley. So, Piethorne Reservoir down there at the bottom. Just see Norman Hill Reservoir above it. And then it's got this little reservoir here to the right. I don't know what that one's called. Answers on the postcard, please, if you know. It's not marked on the map, so I don't know what that one's called. Anyway, and you can see Windy Hill transmitter up on the skyline again. Lovely. Absolutely wonderful.
In a short while, my path began to drop down steeply towards Piethorne Reservoir.
Well, here I am beside Piethorne Reservoir again. Absolutely fantastic. Although earlier on the walk, I was right up that end of it. You can see the wall at the top, so that's where I was earlier. Well, whilst I am here in the Piethorne Valley, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to Chris. So if you happen to be watching this, Chris, hi. Now, Chris has got a YouTube channel. It's a great channel, and it's simply called Chris JB. Now, Chris's channel contains videos of walks and wild camping videos. He's done lots here in the South Pennines, he's done some in the North Pennines, and he's done some in the Peak District, as well as other places. So do check out Chris's channel. As always, I'll leave a link to his channel in the description below. But yeah, I think, and the reason why I've thought of Chris whilst I'm doing this walk, I think I'm in Chris's neck of the woods here. Might be wrong, but I'm sure from watching some of Chris's videos in the past, he's done some in the Piethorne Valley. I know he's posted photos online, but I'm sure before now he's mentioned that this is basically his backyard. So what a backyard, Chris. An absolutely beautiful place. And I have to say, it's been a pleasure coming to the Piethorne Valley today. So yeah, do check out Chris's channel, Chris JB. So this reservoir below Piethorne Reservoir, that's Kitcliffe Reservoir. And you can just see beyond that, that's Ogden Reservoir. That's where I started my walk. So I'm nearly at the end of my walk now then. So I'm back beside Ogden Reservoir again, back where I started. So today's walk in the Piethorne Valley has been wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I've done 3 fantastic walks here in the South Pennines this week. I've got one more night in the Premier Inn in Rochdale, which is only about a 5-minute drive away from here. So I'm going home tomorrow, and I was hoping to do another walk before I go home. However, the forecast is rain, so it doesn't look like it's going to happen. But anyway, we'll see. See what happens when I get up tomorrow morning. But I will be back in this area again at the end of May. I'm going to be staying in the Premier Inn in Rochdale again at the end of May for another 3 nights. So even if I don't do another walk tomorrow, I'll be back in the area again at the end of May. So I can't wait.